Welcome to the Overcome Compulsive Hoarding with That Hoarder podcast. I am drowning in stuff and trying to find a way out. Listen as I explore the issues and delve deep as somebody profoundly affected by hoarding disorder. Find out more, including links to subscribe to the podcast, at overcomecompulsivehoarding.co.uk, and follow me on Twitter at That Hoarder and on Facebook at facebook.com/That Hoarder. So I wanted to talk about bringing stuff into the house, buying stuff, acquiring stuff, getting more stuff. It's the worst idea when you're a hoarder, especially when you're a hoarder trying to de-hoard. But I keep doing it. And I don't quite know why. I guess it feels good. But why does it feel good? I don't know what it is about it that feels good. But there's something about going onto Etsy or wherever and just going, oh, I really would like that whatever, and getting it, and then a few days later there's something else in the house, and even if it's a wanted thing and a needed thing, it's still a thing that, number one, needs a home, and I don't know where that is because everything is chaos, and number two, it has packaging that then has to go right back out of the house again. So it's creating more and more work. The biggest problem is boxes. I feel like since I started the de-hoarding process, 90% of that has been dealing with boxes. And yet still I order things that come in more bloody boxes. Even when I do it, even when I'm clicking buy and I'm excited and I really want this thing, part of me even knows then you shouldn't be doing this. Occasionally, I get as far as adding a few things to the online cart and then just close it all down before I buy. That's the idea. Well, I guess the ideal is not going there in the first place. But if I do go to a shopping website, the ideal is to shut it all down before I buy anything. But not every time, and so sometimes I do place an order. And sometimes I even try and justify it to myself, like it's a nice box, so it will help you organise. But I've already done a whole episode on why buying storage products is not a good thing to do. So it's not like I don't know that I'm kidding myself. The truth is, apart from absolute necessities like food and medicine, I need to not be buying new stuff. Yet what do? I buy new stuff. And if this is frustrating for you to hear, believe me, it's extra frustrating for me to be living. I have a few things that sometimes help. One is, if it's a book, if I really, really, really want a book, then I only buy it if I can buy it on Kindle. Now, I know Amazon is evil and all that, but prior to getting my Kindle, I would buy so many books, and they do take up space. Now I've got the Kindle, it's not even just that they don't take up space anymore. It's that I can't lose them halfway through, or I can't lose them when I want to go back to them because they're all stored on the magic cloud. So having a Kindle, while acknowledging that Amazon is a horrible company, having a Kindle, for me, helps a lot because I read a lot of books. I'm not saying go out and buy a Kindle, by the way, just that that's working for me. Another thing that works for me is to buy, if I really get an urge, is to buy things that are physically really small, that take up virtually no space. So for me, I like buying stickers. You can get all kinds of pretty, cute, arty stickers these days. And I can get these stickers and they take up no space at all. And I feel like I've bought myself a little treat. So that kind of thing. Another option, and this isn't perfect, but none of them are perfect. But another option, if I get the urge to buy something, is to buy something for someone else. Now, you don't want to be responsible for someone else having a growing clutter pile. But if there's something that someone really wants or you think they'd really like, you can get, I find, the same hit buying something for your best friend or for your niece as you can buying for yourself. Another tactic I sometimes use is I add things to my cart, but then I make myself wait before I actually buy them. The idea is I add things to my cart, come back to them a few days later, and realise that most of it I'm not bothered about. Now, this is probably the most dangerous one because once everything's in your cart, it is so easy to just say sod it and buy it all. So be careful with that one. But if you are in a position where you've filled an online shopping cart, this may be your escape hatch. I don't know why I get such an urge to get stuff in the first place. I mean, is it just living under capitalism? Am I just a victim of every advert I see and every idea I have that I feel I need to turn into a possession of some kind? I don't feel like the word shopaholic sums me up. I really don't feel like it's that, but maybe it is. I know that I'm a sucker for a bargain, and if something is reduced in price, I find it even more hard to resist. If I feel like I'm missing out on a bargain, that worries me. I used to go to charity shops a lot, and I have to generally avoid them if I can now because when you're getting both a bargain and the knowledge that your purchase is going to help children with cancer, it's extra hard to say no. So I know where some of my pitfalls are. I know some escape routes, and yet still stuff comes in. I feel like also like my time of the month, I feel like I'm a bit more impulsive at certain times of the month, and I think that might be when I'm more likely to make a purchase. I don't know, I should probably try and track that maybe, see whether there's a pattern. I don't know. Not an excuse, but if I can understand myself better, that can't hurt, right? But what I wish I had was an understanding of why I do it at all. Why do I sometimes feel an overwhelming need to acquire new stuff? I don't like that part of myself. It's not how I think of myself. And yet, sometimes I do it. If you have any insights on that, do drop me a line. You can find my socials and email address on my website. I mean,